Hi everybody, my name's Brenda and welcome to Tangle Break. Today we're going to be doing this tile using the tangles well, crescent moon, ibex, and auras. We're going to be using the 8 basic steps of the Zentangle method. Step number 1 is gratitude and appreciation. I'm thankful for the time that we're able to have a break from our day to relax and draw. And the supplies that we're going to use are a Micron 01 black pen, a blue Micron 01 pen, a brown Micron 01 pen, a Zentangle pencil, a white charcoal pencil, Tortillons, and a 3.5-inch tan tile. So let's go ahead and get started. So go ahead and get your tan tile and your blue Micron 01 pen. And we're going to start with corner dots. Then connect the dots for the border. Okay, next we're going to divide it in half. So go to the top corner and just draw a line straight down. Now we're going to make some auras inside of both triangles. So just come in a little ways and make your aura inside. Okay, do the same thing on the other triangle. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is make seed-like shapes in each corner. Okay, next we're going to aura on the inside. Going around the triangle and the little seed shaped drawings that we made. And we're going to do this on each side. And I'm going to connect the auras around the seed shape. Okay, now let's move on to the next triangle. Do the same exact thing on this one. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is draw a crescent moon in the middle of each side of the triangle. So we're going to make the crescent first and fill it in, the little ladybug. And then we're going to aura it. And I'm going to do the same thing on each side. Okay, now switch out to your brown Micron 01 pen. And we're going to go ahead and color in the seed shapes in the corners. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is called ibex, and we're going to do it on either side of the crescent moon. So it's just a printemps, it's just a spiral one way, and then we just do a little bit of a line and then do it in the opposite direction. So ibex is pretty much 2 spirals. And then we're going to fill in the empty spaces with some triangles and just fill them in. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on each side of crescent moon. So just go ahead and do your spiral one way, your printemps, and then a line, and then do the spiral in the opposite direction. And then fill in all the different spaces with triangles and fill them in. And that's it. And do this on all the sides. Okay, so now grab your Micron 01 black pen, and we're going to go back into the center of these little ibex and just fill it in with some black ink. Okay, so now let's work on the inside of the triangles. So grab your blue Micron 01 pen, and we're going to make the tangle called well. So we're going to make an orb in the middle, and then off of this orb, we're going to make a curved line to each corner. So just go around the orb and to the corner, and we're going to go counterclockwise on this one. Okay, next we're going to make bands. So what you're going to do is come over just a little bit of a space, and then draw an aura going down along beside what we just drew. So we'll do it again on this side. An aura coming down, and then one more time. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and round the inside section here and then fill it in with the color blue. And we're going to do that on each side. Now I'm just going to make the original orb in the middle just a little bit wider. Okay, so now switch back to your brown Micron 01 pen. And we're going to make an aura inside and then a little orb inside that, and then fill in around it. There. Okay, now we're going to go to these sections and aura on the inside. And then we're going to come back and round it. And then fill in this area, the space here on either side. And then just go ahead and aura one more time. And then we'll switch out to the blue pen. And then we're going to come in and aura again. And then make it a smaller orb in the middle and fill in both sides. Then aura again. Switch out to the brown pen. And then make it smaller, filling in the sides. And then switch back to your blue pen and fill in the middle. Okay, let's turn the tile and work on another side. So let's start with the brown pen and aura. And let's go ahead and round both sides and fill it in. And let's just go ahead and switch back and forth between the blue and the brown. So now we're going to do the blue and round and fill in. Then switch to the brown and just do the same thing. Aura, bring in the sides and fill them in. Switch out to the blue. Fill in the sides. And then the brown in the middle. Okay, turn your tile and we'll do it the same way on this last section. So start with the brown and then just alternate back and forth. Okay, now we're going to go to the other triangle and do the tangle well in the opposite direction. We're going to do it clockwise this time. So grab your blue Micron 01 pen and do the orb in the middle. And then we're going to come off of this orb and go to the corners in a clockwise direction this time. Okay, now we're going to put in our auras to make the bands. So just make your aura coming around and down. Turn your tile, make another aura. And do it one more time. Okay, now we're going to round the corner and fill it in. Okay, grab your brown pen and fill in the orb in the middle with another little orb inside of that. And then we're going to go ahead and fill in using the black to go around, just to make it pop out a little bit more on both of the orbs. Just we're going around the brown, just making an outline around it. Okay, now switch back out to your brown pen. And we're going to do just like we did on the other side. So go to these sections and aura, and then round the inside, fill it in, and then switch back and forth between the blue pen and the brown pen. Okay, now go ahead and get your white charcoal pencil, and we're going to fill in the bands of well on both triangles. Okay, now grab your pencil and we're going to do some shading. So go right across the well and the other little shapes that we made inside the triangle. And we're going to do it on both sides. Okay, now grab your tortillon and just blend it in. Okay, now grab your white charcoal pencil again, and we're going to go around on the crescent moon and highlight the auras. Next, I'm going to highlight around the seed shapes in the corners. Now I'm going to put a little touch of highlight on those little round shapes that we made beside the well. Okay, so we're finished. Now it's time for step 7, initial and sign. So grab your pen and find a spot to put your initials or your chop. And then turn it over on the back. And this is Tangle Break. And the tangles we did today were well, crescent moon, and aura. And step 8 is appreciate again. I really enjoy all the movement on this tile. And you can look at it in any direction. And I hope that you enjoyed our break today. And I will see you next time on Tangle Break. Bye for now.